What's up guys, Zenigami here, and let's go over some Japanese and global One Piece Treasure Cruise news. For Japan, you can't see anything up here, but tonight's raid boss, our regularly scheduled raid boss, is going to be Duval. If you ever want to see what raid bosses are coming out and stuff like that, you can always time travel. As a reminder on how to time travel, you want to go to your settings, go to date and time, turn off your automatic date and time, just set your time ahead. I know if I set my time ahead one day, it will be during Duval raid. So I can come back, check the Japanese versions, and it'll give you an error that says, oh no, your time's not synced up with server time. You're like, yeah, don't worry, I understand because we're doing this on purpose. Now when you time travel, you can see the future, but you can't touch the future. So we can see, and you only can time travel for whatever they've already updated out there. So since we had the update download and Duval's out, you can now see Duval, and he'll be here. Since there also should have the, we also should have the next islands coming out. So what's the next island? It's like after Hina, we have Hina and Buggy. Saudi-chan is gonna be coming out next week. So I think that one's already on, like that one's already scheduled and updated. So we just go to date time, turn us like a whole week ahead to the 11th. We cannot see the next raid boss because that one's not added yet. So this is the limitations of time traveling, is that you can't see what's coming up too far ahead in the future. Unless it's like one of the regularly scheduled things. So here, boom boom, we're now a week ahead. Hey look, I've got turtle time exactly a week from this moment. So there's my turtle time that I can do. That'll last for 20 more minutes. And we can see Saudi-chan and full body, Axar Morgan, not full body. So you can see like weekly islands that are coming up, but you can't see raid bosses coming up, and I just happened to hit my turtle time. Now we'll just turn the time back to regular time. Boo-doop. Automatic date time. Whenever you do that, if you try to run the islands, it'll give you an error, so there's no point in trying to run it. And every once in a while you get a new day message because it thinks it's a brand new day. Okay. So, back onto more important stuff is when we go to Hina's Island, we have Hina Island 15 Stamina. Now, I already have a guide on how to do 30 Stamina Hina, so if you need help with 30 Stamina Hina, you can find it on my YouTube channel or a link down in the description below. And Hina herself is, you find for quests, if you're not familiar with what quests are in a Japanese version, they are this yellow golden crown that's usually on the 15 Stamina version of islands. You go to your friends list in the bottom right here. If you never clicked it, it'll say new. You click on it. What's her name from Shaburi will tell you a little blah blah blah, something something that I don't know what she says. But then you can see your ranking. When you do the pull down, it'll tell you what the quest is. This quest changes depending on what island it is, and you can see that here we have here until the 13th to do it. And if you get level 1, the rewards are pretty much always the same. Level 1 reward, it will be 1 Elder Turtle. Level 2 reward will be a Pizza Cotton Candy, which this time is Attack Cotton Candy. And level 3 reward is 3 gems, so that's really nice. The quest this time, like it says right above me, is deal with as low crew cost as possible. You want to go through the island as quickly as possible while dealing as much damage as possible. And it doesn't really, we don't really have a formula for what it is. Like we don't really have a formula for how many points you're supposed to have and how much, like what crew costs, like how much crew cost factors into it. But this is the team I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using a double Gear 3 team with Zoro and 3 turtles. So you just look at my crew cost for that one. That's only a 40 crew cost with Zoro Gear 3 and 3 baby turtles. And we'll use a friend Gear 3 too. This is just one team you can use. I know a lot of other teams, you want to clear the island as quickly as you can, and that's more important. than anything else. I don't want to take this stuff out. And when I'm using 3 baby turtles is because on a Gear 3 team, basically the first 3 attacks don't matter. And as soon as after I hit the 3 attacks, I can just attack with anyone else. Now, I'm going to be able, if depending on my orbs, I can clear out everything in 1 turn. And last time I took 2 turns on the boss, and I got just short of 800,000. So if I beat this, I guess I go up to maybe like 850 or 100,000, or 900,000. Like I said, you want to just try to make sure you clear everything as quickly as possible. And it doesn't count. It doesn't matter how many times you attack. So it's not counting the number of attacks. It's counting the number of turns it takes. So it doesn't matter like that I take 3 attacks and then I attack with a Gear 3. It only matters that it took me 1 turn to clear out each of these waves. So just 1 turn each is what's important. Boom. 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 Now if you don't have a Gear 3, an unevolved Rayleigh Gear 3 works pretty well, just because basically the same thing, unevolved Rayleigh Gear 3. You can also use like a double Zoro team with some low-ish cost Dex characters. That works pretty well. But this is also only 15 stamina, so the most important thing is that you have like high-level, low-cost characters. And remember that the lobster is always a unit. The lobster will count and do some pretty good stuff for you if you're just using like a Zoro team, because the lobster only costs 7, and I don't think I can one-shot that guy. Yeah, this is what happened last time, is that it took me 1 turn to kill this guy. If I get an orb on one of my Luffys, I can kill him, but like this orb right there. Like if I had that orb on Luffy, I could kill Hina in 1 turn. But I cannot, so we'll do that, do that, do that. There we go, there we go. And let's see how many points this gives us. Last time it was just short of 800,000. I think I got lowered score this time. Yep, just barely lowered. But that's more than enough to clear the 750,000 points you need. So that's just a team I use, guys. The quest is pretty easy. 15 stamina is really easy, just blow through stuff. There you go, that's Hina's Island quest. I've been Zenigami, and y'all stay beautiful.